Now, I would like to invite Ms. Preeta Rao to share her thoughts among us. Ms. Preeta Rao.
Namaskar, Jai Jagannath. My name is Preeta. I live in Philadelphia right now, and I'm from Bhubaneswar, Odisha, in India. And over the years, we have been fortunate to live in different parts of India, and because of work, studies, and other things, and also traveled across different other continents and countries and met people, and my interest is like understanding what binds us in common than separates us. All of us throughout the world, we don't realize that how much common we have with each other than how much different we are from each other. So through all these years of my journey, I have tried to curate, collate, and understand and explore stuff about us as a people, and at the same time to showcase our great civilization of India outside India, and to the youngsters who are growing up in here in USA. Not just India, my niche focus is my home state, Odisha, because we are the last links, we can say, to be the bearers or the carriers of our heritage to the next generation. And it is extremely learn about the world that they're growing in, but also the world that they came from or their ancestors have come from. Because because of what our people before us were, right? So in my work, I work in a high school. And apart from that, I also teach kids here, people, kids of my friends and other people who are from Odisha. I teach them Odia, and also I teach Sanskrit shlokas and stutis and stuff, and tell them about stories and heritage and other stories about India. Now, because I work in a high school here, right now, as you all know, all over the world, it's all about equity is being given a lot of importance. So showcasing the diverse cultural backgrounds that the students come from is equally important in all the schools, which is a really great thing to experience now. It's a great time we're living in. So our school district is also doing the same. And last year, I'm in the cultural equity team in the district. So last year, it was the first year when Diwali was given as an official school holiday. And we had a week of celebrating Indian cultural heritage. And I was given the work of, making presentations and slides and all to our teachers. We shared with the teachers so they could incorporate a little bit of that into their courses, like, history, or even in different courses in art and all. If I can share my screen, I'll just show you what type of presentations we have done. Not like take you through the presentations, but just to give you an overview. Let me see if I can. Look at this. This is a presentation I made for a couple of our history department teachers who teach high school history. I'll not take you through the entire, slides, but I try to put across the entire civilizational heritage of India in just all these slides. And at the end, I gave them the references and, the books that are really, they have good, reliable stuff about India. This is a screen I did for our school district for the Diwali heritage, showcase.
Now we can see your screen.
Yeah, so this was about the India's economy at a glance. That was for all the students. They could just go through the presentation slides, and the students had made some actual cardboard presentations also from this. This was we made for our art department to showcase, because our art teacher was very interested to know all the different types of textiles, weaves, and then another slide was there about the paintings and the other art forms. Then we made about the dances and the musical instruments of India. So we like I have tried to put across everything here, and if the teachers need something more, they usually contact me, and I guide them to reliable sources they could use for it. And then for interacting with students during our Heritage Week, we did this very interesting activity that I reached out to many of our friends back in India, and like who speak their mother tongue and all these different languages. So we put some common phrases and words and translated them into all our main Indian languages. And we did this activity at an activity table during our Heritage Week celebration. And believe me, non-Indian kids as well as Indian kids who don't speak all these languages, they had a great, they showed great interest in learning all these, phrases, so that they could, they could know more about other cultures apart from theirs. And in my own journey, like apart from our school, what I have done is I have been fortunate enough to showcase my Odisha heritage across very respectable platforms like the Sangam Talks. So where I have tried and showcased the antiquity and the richness of the Odisha, the Kalinga culture in the form of presentation and slides. Also, and this I teach to the kids who I teach Odia language and Sanskrit and all. Like through this type of presentations, I tell them about their own heritage. And this was another one where I had a chance to showcase the Nari Shakti, the women empowerment through the times. And this was again a niche focus in Odisha, but I'm pretty sure it's more or less the same story all across India. So these are some of the things which I have been doing in many of, in all these years of living here. And when I teach students after school hours about our Indian heritage and stuff, I also employ quizzes and other games, and also that it's more interesting for them to attempt and learn about their country, their root parent country, and if they're learning Odia or other languages, different quizzes. So that makes it the learning more interesting. So as you all know, kids usually like a audiovisual type of learning more, not just the usual, just we say to them and that becomes more boring. So I try to employ all these different type of storytelling, quizzes, and trying to make them, quiz. Like, do you know this was there in India? Do you know women of India had been always like this? Or do you know this came from maths, and in maths and science, these were the learnings that that India has contributed. So that makes the kids who grow up here, them like more fascinated. Really, that's what happened. We never even thought. So that's all. I'm done.
Ms. Preeta, I just want to ask you one question regarding. So you were talking about a school where you're teaching in US, right? Mm-hmm. So are they doing these kinds of activities for all the nations, for all the cultures, for all the countries?
Yeah, like India has been a recent addition. Last year, Indian Cultural Heritage was the most recent one which was added. All these years in the US school districts, that is the Black History, the African American Heritage Month, the Asian Heritage, the Pacific Islanders Heritage, Jewish Heritage. So there are different types of overall world cultural and heritages which are showcased, and that is incorporated even in the the curriculum. That means language classes like Spanish classes, French classes, and all that. They showcase certain things during those heritage celebration. But since in our school district we don't have any Hindi teaching right now or anything, but because of the equity, cultural equity, DEI is very important. It's a very significant part of all corporates and school districts and everywhere, right? So Indian heritage events were added last year in 2022, and I have been a part of that.
Teachers are also learning along with students. Teachers are also learning.
Yes, and Yes, yes, that is actually very that's a very wonderful thing to see, that many of the teachers actually reached out to me that can you please make, because when you just go on the Google or on the internet, there are so many things, and sometimes there are like it overwhelms you if you don't know where to look, and they know that I have this interest in. So when they speak to me, and like I have interest in all different ways, linguistics, art, culture, heritage, history, science. So I'm a learner. I'm a forever learner. So I'm not a master of anything, but because I have this interest in everything, I try reading and collecting, curating stuff. So because of that, when they reached out to me, I thought of making this presentation so that it would be easy for them to to pick and choose and then ask me if they needed something in specific. So in fact, some of our teachers were very especially our art department, they showed interest that if we could showcase artists from India in the classes, as somebody speaking about the real artist, speaking about a traditional painting style or textile style. So this year we might be doing that. We might be showcasing real artists via webinars or something. So
Thank you.
Sorry for taking so long, but I just wanted to show you this is
very nice.
Yeah. Thank you all. It's a really great presentation and very nice to listen to all the different aspects. Jai Jagannath. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am, for inculcating good values among the children. Thank you for your cherishable words.